Good. So we're moving on to Surah 91, Surah Ash-Shams, right? And the translation for this is the sun, right? But there is no sun apart from the sun that's shining in the sky, right? The sun that rises in the morning and sets in the evening. There is no sun, right? Apart from that. That is the creation of Allah, right? That is one of the creations of Allah. The moon, the sun, the stars, right? Creations of Allah along with us as human beings. There is no sun apart from the sun that's shining in the sky, right? Which is a creation of Allah, right? Along with all of us who are human beings, right? So by Allah and Allah's creation, right? By Allah actually, right? He, the one who made the sun, made the moon, right? Made the day, made the night, right? The sky, the earth, right? Our souls, and he who proportioned it and inspired it with discernment of its wickedness and righteousness, right? So one has succeeded who purifies one's own soul, right? So you would have succeeded if you would have taken the guidance from Allah, right? And purified your own soul, right? Which is what? To persist through the reading of the book, regardless of what happens to you, right? In the process, right? You would have succeeded in purifying yourself, right? If you took the guidance from Allah, read the book, right? Allow the book to be your judgment, right? And purify yourself, right? And you would have, in the eyes of Allah, been successful or be successful, right? Because it is a process of purifying yourself, right? So he would have succeeded who purifies one's own soul and heart, and he has failed who instills one has failed if you have instilled your own soul and heart with corruption, right? And the messenger of Allah, or messengers of Allah, right? The message of Allah is basically to do no harm, right? And you will not have any consequences to fear. You will not have any consequences to fear. So Allah is not asked about what he does, because Allah is Allah. Allah is the one who asks, right? So Allah will not be asked about what he does in terms of the one creator, right? We cannot ask the one or question the one creator as to what he does, right? The creator questions us as to what we do, right? Because we are the one who are carrying out actions in the world, right? And the creator is actually neutral and allows us to make our choices and make the consequences of our choices play out in the world so that we learn our lessons, right? So do no harm and you will have no fear of any consequence, right? So this brings the end to the teachings of the surah. It's a short teaching. So we move on to 92, right? For sure, right? For sure, tomorrow.